Hi guys, Jason here. I'm getting ready to go on a roughly 3.5 day, probably gonna be more like 3 days because it's already afternoon and I haven't really got out here hiking yet to find a place where I'm going to set up a rugged camp spot. I'm in an undisclosed campgrounds. In case anybody's watching this, that I don't need watching this. But my plan is to get my hiking pack on and hike out into the woods at a campground and make a primitive survival shelter. And then for the next couple days, it is now Monday. Thursday, I will be going home sometime in the morning ish, after early afternoonish, depending on how things go. And I did not bring any food with me. I did, however, bring a little bit of water with me. I have a fishing pole that I have access to in my van, and I probably will do some fishing. But first, I got to see just exactly what I'm going to pull with me for sure. I got a decision to make whether I'm going to bring my arrows, and if I don't bring my arrows, then I'm going to not bring any of my bows. But let me get my stuff out and I'll show you what all I have in my pack and the stuff I'm thinking about bringing. I brought everything. I packed up my hiking pack the other day before I went out on my run for work. But I just gotta really be real with myself as to what I should actually bring and what I should leave behind. So um, bear with me here a second, and then I'll go through the pack here on this picnic table. Hi guys, Jason here, Jason's Creative Adventures, and I'm getting ready to go on my solo camping trip with my new hiking bag, and I'm going to go out into the forest and try to make me some sort of a shelter, primitive shelter. I'm not bringing a tent. I didn't even bring a tarp. I was going to bring at least one tarp, but I didn't. So we'll see how that affects me trying to build a shelter to stay in for the next couple of nights. So I wanted to go over with you what I brought in my pack to get ready for this little adventure. So I'm going to put the phone down and start going over stuff one thing at a time. Let's see, where can I put this? Alright, so over here I already took this out of my bag because I actually had it on the truck. I used it in the camping trip with the girls, and I tried to boil water in this, and it got really hot. Obviously not with this because of the plastic. I had this off. This is a neat little jug that I got, and in order to carry water in it, and this fits in my pack on my side pocket. And then I got this jewel that will keep cold water in as well. They're both somewhat insulated, so they'll keep cold water in longer. I have in this deal, I have a um, um, hammock. It does not have a bug knot with it. Then I got a bottom and top rain suit. It's got pants and a coat in it. So I'll put those back. Hammock might come in handy. stay off the ground. We'll see what kind of camping area we got. Did I put anything in this pocket? No, I didn't. So this here, I'm debating whether to bring this. Debating whether to bring my bow and arrows. This is a tactical bow. I just bought it online through Amazon. And let's see here. Show you how this puppy works. It's pretty cool. Other than unwinding the string off the handle like this, it doesn't take long to really set up. What you do is, there's these two knobs, you turn them so that they're not in the way. It's got two limbs in here. You may or may not have seen these. It's got two limbs that just fold out like this. And then you tighten these down on the side just like this. And then, depending on your preference of how you want to be holding it, I prefer like this, but then it sets up these grooves so that the string's not quite on here the right direction, but it'll still work. I can't remember what the draw weight on this. It must not be very much because it's pretty easy to string. But I'll show you. It's pretty simple if you know how to string a bow and arrow. Let's see, which way do I need to do it? Yeah, that should be right. Alright. To place the part where you put the arrow nocks on is higher up on one end of the string than the other, so you got to make sure you get it the right direction. So I'm going to string this the way I would want to, even though it puts it on the grooves wrong. It still makes it so it's on there better. And all you do, step through it, and it doesn't take a whole lot of pressure with this. Normally it takes a lot more pressure when you're stringing a bow and arrow, but it still has plenty of oomph in the draw. The more you pull back, the harder it is to pull, but it should be enough to shoot something, at least something small. So that's the tactical bow. I'm debating whether to go ahead and bring that with me or to leave these arrows, which some of these have bladed tips, some of them just have the practice tips. Like some of them have the regular tips and then others have, let's see. You know, bladed tips of different, I have at least three different styles of bladed tips on some of these arrows. And some have the regular broad arrows. So I'm debating whether to bother bringing those. It might not be worth it this trip. This is my favorite machete. You may have seen it in other videos. I usually use it when I'm playing with or using my wood chipper. I use this to cut down limbs off of branches and process them down so that I can get them into the wood chipper easier. Love this machete. I do not want to break it. I just got this one. This one's only like a roughly $5-6 machete at Walmart in the camping section, and I wanted to try it out just to see. It has a pretty thick blade, but we'll see if it'll break easy or not, or we'll see how handy this machete is. And it has this really cheap nylon sheath that I've already put on here, because I'm planning on using this when I go through the woods, maybe. because I want to try it out, see how good it is. I'll put that there. All right, I've got what's left of this Primus mix of propane and butane canister. It's almost out, so I got a new one that fits this Primus little stove that hooks on there. The only thing is you have to use a flame or a spark to try to get the flame going. So it has this little dealie on it. This screws into here. They have so many different versions of this style of stove, it's unreal. You just stick that on there and you screw it right on top. And I want to see if this actually fits this. I'm pretty sure it does. Looks like it does. And then you just hit the release valve, and then it'll release the gas, and then you gotta light it with a flame or a spark, anything to get it going. So I brought that just to make sure I could cook with if I had to. But just wanted to make sure I had something to cook with in case I couldn't get a fire going. Could at least cook. I'm not worried about keeping warm because it's supposed to be really hot days, and it's probably not going to be so cold at night. Probably fairly chilly in the wee hours in the morning right before the sun starts to come up, but other than that, so we got those. I got a metallic cup, got this deal which is slightly used, so I can make something in there. Alright, so most people have seen this style of thing, but maybe you haven't. This is going to be my pillow. Just brought a pillowcase, and I'll just stuff it with leaves and whatnot. Just use that as a pillow. That should be pretty simple to do. Get that even packed down further. And this, I'm surprised the batteries are still good on it. It takes 4C batteries. And it's just a little lantern. And I can use that this thing can be on there either like this or whatever, or I can hang it. I usually like to use this to hang from like the top of my tent or for maybe my shelter, and then I can turn on the light. So there's that. My favorite little cooking set that I haven't really used much. I got a bunch of seasonings in here. And I've got 2 of these. I just bought 2 new ones because I don't know where my other ones are at. But these military style can openers. So I got 2 of those in there. And what I got for seasonings is this multi-spice thing. It's got several things in there: cayenne pepper, curry, white pepper, turmeric, which is almost gone, and then regular salt and pepper. Put that back in here. Put this back on, and it just barely fits on there. And it just goes on there like that. Bring this up. You can shut that. This really cheap cook kit, which I really don't like, but it could be kind of handy. The rest of this in here is 2 changes of clothes. But I'm sure you've seen these too, but it's got this handle deal on here. Then you got a pan, another pan with a handle, this kind of a cup thing with a lid for that other pan. So then you got the frying pan. Now it's supposed to go back together somewhat, like this is supposed to fit on here. But I've yet to figure out how to make that fit just right. Just loosen this back up. Alright, nothing in that pocket because that was this, goes on this big side pocket over. I'll show you. See, here's my pack, and I dug in here. The only thing left in there is a couple changes of clothes. There's a big pocket on the side, which I usually put this in. And I'll go ahead and put that in there now. And it usually just zips up in there. It's about half full with water right now. I need both my hands. Okay. Zip that up. Okay, I'll unzip this pocket here. In here I got cordage. My char cloth that I made when I was camping in the front yard with the girls. I just took an old towel and cut it up into strips and then put in the campfire for a little bit so I'd have char cloth. Here is my camp shovel with flint and steel hanging off of it. So there's that. More cordage, matches, and a lighter. Another flint and steel. And that's everything in there. Okay, where is it? Where's the zipper? Must be down here somewhere. Here it is. Looks like the garbage bags that I got in here got stuck in the zipper. There we go. So, a couple of garbage bags in case I need those for whatever uses. Pair of gloves. Whetstone. The honing solution for the whetstone, so I can sharpen my stuff, and a collecting bag to collect stuff, go foraging. Okay. Over here, got my rappel off. And I got my matching set of these mossy oak knives. Believe it or not, this set was only about 20 bucks at Walmart. Just got the skinning knife. And then my meat cutting knife, which I need to clean a little better. It's kind of dirty. Then I bought this brand new just the other day. A saw. It's got an extra blade. It's got a slightly different coarseness to it. This is a deeper cut, deeper teeth. This is a shallower teeth for cutting, so okay, get this back in there. And for the most part, that's it. Put these back in here because I won't need those till later. Okay. Then right here, I do got my fishing pole. For Father's Day, they got me the first aid kit, the kids and Michelle. I got some aloe stuff with lidocaine. I have this net, fishing pole. That's the what I was using for a bobber. My very unlimited lure set with some very limited hooks. Wine cutter, which is supposed to be in there. Extra fishing line. The bait, crawfish and chicken blood catfish bait. And that's for the most part it. That's just dirt. Dump that out. Okay, so I'm still trying to decide whether to bring the bow and arrow, if it's even going to be necessary. Probably not, but it does pack down real easy and go right inside my pack, so it wouldn't be much of a hindrance. Now, trying to carry this pail for fishing and stuff would be a pain. Fishing pole not so bad, but then I have to put the fishing stuff in my pack, which I could always do. But let me get all this stuff put back that's pretty much what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to head up here into the woods here. I gotta find a safe place to park my van. That's first and foremost before I go hiking off into the woods, and hopefully I can leave my van parked in the same place for the duration of the trip, so the only other gas I'm expending is on the way home. So I'll keep you posted. Bye. Hi guys. So I found a place in the woods and found this clearing here. It's probably the best spot because everything like that over there, this is some of the clearest area I have found here where I don't have a whole bunch of crap I'm gonna have to cut away and stuff. I just got this area here, which I clear some stuff out. I think I can build some really good stuff. I think I can put my hammock on this 2 trees and sleep there. I might have to do something that's a little further away. Because that might be too close. Maybe those 2 trees might be better. That one and that one might be further away. So anyway, I'm gonna get to work here. I gotta clear out all the stuff through here, and I'm going to build a shelter right in here, and then I've got to make it so no one can tell it's even here. And I got to look around for widowmakers. Doesn't appear to be too much stuff that could drop on me, but there is a lot of fallen trees in this area. That over there, there's some stuff over there. There's even a place over here. See if I can show you where it looks like somebody built a shelter just off this hiking trail. This isn't very far off a hiking trail. But there is a place. Let me go over here. You see, here's the hiking trail, and right over there, I don't know if you can see it through there, but there's the lake over there. But right over here, not too far, I'll probably borrow some of these pieces for my structure. Less work for me. Looks like someone made a shelter out of this. Because obviously no animal would have done that. So I think I'm going to borrow some of these pieces for my shelter. Pieces that I can. A lot of dead stuff that I can take advantage of and use for my shelter. If you look here, pretty cool area, but I just got to be careful where I build my shelter. There's a lot of big dead trees that have fallen over, and I don't want to be in any of those big trees' path. So time to get to work. It's getting cooler, a little cooler out, and it's a little better in the shade of the woods. Let's see now if I can remember where I brought my stuff to. Right here, I believe. Yeah. Yep, there's my pack. So there's my pack. Got some work. Show you my progress later. Alright guys, I'm back. It's been a couple hours, I guess. I don't know how long it's been. but made my shelter. I gotta make a front door or leave it as is, but I think I want to have some sort of a door. So I did this lean-to style and made sure it was really bushy so it would blend in. So I think that'll blend in pretty good. I just kept putting stuff all around. I'm still going to be working on it, making it better and better. We'll see how this works tonight. See if I get interrupted by any critters. I laid all this stuff down. There's some spots I need to fill in right there. So there's still some work to be done, but it looks really good. And it blends in. My hammock though, over there when I walked over and I was coming back on the trail's not very far away. Technically, the trail's right over there. I'm not really that far off the trail. I can walk straight that way, and there's basically that opening over there is part of the trail, and there's a bench over there to sit on, and there's a way to get down to the beach over there. So, but it's definitely in the woods. This is definitely off trail. I was going to try to use some of those pieces from that other lean-to style over there, but they're just too honking big to bother trying to pull all the way over here and drag over. But I'm going to keep putting branches on and filling in and making this look even more and more filled in. And hopefully if it rains at all, which I looked at the forecast, it's not supposed to rain. It's just supposed to continue being really hot. So I got to make sure I have lots of water. So I'm going to go up here to the bathrooms and fill up this container and my other container, make sure they're totally full. And I might go frogging tonight. I might use a flashlight and see if I can't catch some frogs tonight. I'm going to try it. I'm going to do some other things, but right now I'm working on this. I'll update you guys later and let you know if I've done anything interesting. Bye. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I don't think anybody's gonna be able to really see that. I think that'll blend in. Can't even see my door now. There's my door right there. Let's see. We'll head over here and I'm going to go over here to the path and look back on it. All right. Now here's the path. Yep, you can't tell. This looks like a bush. Look at it, it's right there. Alright, and then right over here, I'm not far from being able to walk down to the lake. So here's a big old pile of wood. I can go down there and try fishing, dig up some worms or something. All right, I'm going to head over and walk up to my van, and I'm going to fill up my jugs with water and go fishing maybe. Or just hang out by the water a little bit. I might go back to camp. I also got to find some sort of stuffing material for my pillowcase so I have a pillow. But yeah, I'm quite proud of that fort. That's my first shelter out in the woods. I wanted to make something more elaborate, but I'm just not so sure that's a good idea this time around. That's something I can do on another trip. But now I got to concentrate on foraging for food because I didn't bring none. I'm going to go get water. Even if I don't eat these 3 days, at least I'll have water. But I'll eat. There's lots of wild edibles around. It's just a matter of whether or not I can catch anything protein wise. Like hopefully tonight I'll be successful frogging. That'd be fun. I'll bring a flashlight down there and see if I can't catch some frogs. So I'll keep you posted. Bye. Alright, I'm up here. I'm gonna go get some water in my jugs here so I can stay hydrated. So I just found bait. Cool. Just gotta figure out some way to keep them. I know. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to get them. I'll go in here and get water first. That's what I'm doing. I gotta push down on these things. I'm not sure exactly how many. keep you updated later. Hi guys, so I'm getting ready to go to bed, and I'm in my shelter, ready to jump out and see how well you can see the shelter with my light on at night. So I'm going to get out and check that out. There, here it is. Okay. Okay, not too bad. Hi guys, Jason here. So I'm thinking about heading home. It's Wednesday evening, and haven't had any success fishing. And you saw the first one I did, and then I did a lean-to style, and then today I was working on this, and it just fell over. I didn't get the holes dug in the four corners deep enough, and everything just kind of, I couldn't get everything secure enough. So it didn't really work out very good. So next time I'll try maybe a log cabin style. So just having trouble finding all the right pieces, and I'm just really not wanting to cut down, not really wanting to cut down a whole lot of trees and stuff just to do this. If this was an actual survival situation, I would. I would create like a log cabin, and I would cut down a lot of trees, but I just, I don't know, just don't feel like cutting down a lot of trees in order to do this. So what I'm going to do is collect up my paracord, keep it, and I'll just let this be. I did bring my axe out here last night thinking I would use. Let's see here. There's my big axe laying against the tree beside of me. I even brought my arrows. And earlier today, I caught like a little baby frog, and I put it in this little net bag that's hanging right there next to the arrows. And the darn thing just dried out after a couple hours and became dead. Well, that sucked because I was gonna use that as bait. So that's basically my camping adventure. I think I'm gonna go home and get some food. I'm probably gonna go try fishing for a little bit first before I completely leave here. But definitely gonna pack up all my stuff and put it in the van. So I gotta get everything into my pack and get everything so that I can carry it out of here. And then I'm going to go up and try fishing for a little bit and see what happens. If I catch something, great. If I don't, oh well, I'll go home and get something to eat. But I'm going to go home and spend some time with my kids. And I am definitely going to go home and get something to eat. This has been fun. I got to stay, see here, I'm sitting in my canopy, and I slept here the last 2 nights. Well, I slept in the lean-to thing that I took video of the first night. Sprayed myself down with lots of this insect repellent here. And I've been spraying myself down every so often. And then last night I went and took a shower. I didn't have any soap, didn't have anything really to dry off with. Just used some of my dirty clothes just to get the excess water off. Dried off as much as I could, air dry. And then came back out here. Filled up my containers of water before I came out here and grabbed my axe and brought it out here. And I just haven't used it. I'm just not motivated to finish the shelter. I just been sitting around relaxing, taking naps, just relaxing mainly, just sitting out here in the sounds of the woods, enjoying myself. So it hasn't been a waste by any means. I haven't done all the stuff I said I wanted to do. I didn't practice primitive fire. I did try, sort of. I didn't put my all into it. I could tell you that. I really didn't put my all into making this shelter. I tried 3 different versions of shelters. The first one, I didn't like it because it wasn't rainproof. And then I made a lean-to style with a ridge pole, and I didn't care for it either. So I started trying to make this building, and I don't know, if I would have dug the holes a little deeper, maybe it would have took better. But yeah, it's just my lack of experience too. But I'll get it. Next time I'll do like a log cabin style, I think, and cut down more trees. But um, I'm just lacking the motivation to do it right now. So I'm gonna pack up my stuff, head back to the van, go fishing for a little bit, and head home. Surprise everybody. So that concludes my. Didn't really turn out to be a survival challenge because I really didn't try that hard to do the primitive skills that I wanted to do. But I will do it. I didn't try making primitive fire. I didn't make cordage. In fact, I used up all of my paracord. This neon orange paracord there. I used it all up. Plus, I took apart my. I don't think you can see it over there. But you see all that neon orange paracord. And then I took apart one of those paracord bracelets, survival bracelets with black paracord, and used some of it on there. And I pretty much used up all that paracord and didn't have enough to do everything. And, I'm not seeing a whole lot of things that would make it easy to make cordage. I could probably do it if I really wanted to. I could probably put something together using stuff out here. But it's just a lack of motivation mainly. But I did enjoy myself. Just being out here is kind of cool. There's a deer that comes around here, a doe, that roams around this campground and just kind of watches people and keeps her distance. She came out here yesterday and was over back here and I don't know, made some weird noises and stuff, and then she kind of disappeared after a bit. But all in all, not too bad. I'm gonna go try fishing, see if I catch anything. If I catch anything, I'll let you know. Bye.